top 5 questions answered for NIV program nomination process. First question, what is actually NIV program? So NIV program is also called National Innovation Visa. The subclass is subclass A58. Initial design of A58 was called Distinguished Talent Visa. And then it evolved to Global Talent Program. So in the last 5 years, we've been calling that Global Talent Program. Now this is an evolved version of Global Talent Program and Distinguished Talent Visa. This is now called National Innovation Visa. National Innovation Visa intends to give permanent residence to candidates who are successful athletes, coaches, creative singers, researchers, research innovators, entrepreneurs, investors, professionals who are high achiever in their industry and then who are exceptional, have outstanding exceptional achievement, and they can contribute to Australia's growth. Now, how NIV program differs from other visa program. First of all, this is a straight permanent visa. Once a permanent visa is approved, then it's a straight permanent visa. You are not required to go through a point system. You're not required to go to skill assessment. You're not required even to have your IELTS ready, right? So because if you don't meet functional English, which is average 4.5, then you can actually pay for English training fee to the Home Affairs, right? So no English low age. If someone's age is younger than 18 or older than 55, then you need to have a stronger case, right? So basically, it doesn't have the age limit. It doesn't have the English requirement. It doesn't have the skill assessment. It doesn't have anything to do, even have a qualification, all right? It doesn't have that. For instance, athletes, right? They probably have no formal qualification. It doesn't matter. It doesn't, right? So it doesn't have them out. So that's huge difference between National Innovation Visa and Skill Visa. Because Skill Visa, you need to meet English requirement. You have to be age under 40. Otherwise, that's no way you can points. You can any points at all. So age limit, English requirement, and qualification. Obviously, you have to have at least a bachelor degree. And so that's no limitation for National Innovation for that one. Compared to skill migration, compared to work visa require you to have English level, it require you to have a job offer, and if you apply permanent residency, you have to be under age of 45. And National Innovation, it doesn't have any of the requirement. We are given permanent visa to what we call high achievers in their industry. Okay, high achiever in the industry. Now, the second question will be really related to nomination, because this visa has one difference compared to any other visas. It's that you have to have a nominator who's either an entity, an government agency or organization, individual, who can either be of that to nominate you. And it's not called sponsorship, it's called nomination. It's called a nomination process. Now, requirement of nomination. This is the second question you may ask. What's the requirement of nomination? Okay. So first, you have to able to show these nominator who are high achiever. They can represent in certain industry. This include, it can mean, state government agency, right? State government agency, I'm really referring to state government. It's not referred to any other industry. So state government agencies, organizations, it can be Engineers Australia. They are peak body for all engineers, right? It can be a company, right? Company who may be high achievers themselves, a successful company. It can be individual. It can be a professor. It can be someone who's an individual to nominate you. Okay. Now, what happens after nomination? The purpose of nomination is someone to endorse you. Say, okay, I believe candidates, the qualification, the experience is highly regarded, and then I'm 100% support their application. I believe they can make a contribution to Australia. That's what they want to say. Okay, now the process of application nomination, they need to reviewing the documentation. They can reviewing all the information provided before that. They have to assess the candidates' formal qualifications, experiences, salary. They have review all the documents. So they actually take what we consider a third-party view, but some is actually from a professional standards, right? Not from government, because Australia Home Affairs, they are not specialists working in cybersecurity. So if someone who is a cybersecurity specialist can nominate a cybersecurity specialist, but the Australian government immigration officer, they might have no qualifications in cybersecurity, right? So they don't know. So that's additional process of the nomination. Now, why, and then they need to explain why this candidate must come to Australia to really work on that project, or can contribute there, okay, can build a team here, things like that. Now, what happens after nomination? Okay, after nomination, that you have to provide supporting documents, and then nominator are ready or prepared to answer questions in department sent by email or phone call, right? So they need to prepare to understand information. Another question for lots of candidates ask me, tips. How am I going to find a suitable nominator? Okay, you need to, first of all, don't feel struggle, like ask for advice, ask for assessment, ask can someone connect with you, ask linking, ask your colleague, like your ex-boss, like start to link people, or ask professional like us, say, hey, I want you to assess my qualification and experience, see if you can help us to connect with someone. So ask around, because that's how you establish your connections, right? Australian government wants you to demonstrate that you are able to connect with people. So don't suffer in silence. I know lots of candidates before the global talent period, then lots of them waited there for years, and then they failed to submit the EOR application, or failed to submit the visa application because they could not secure a nomination. So if you're a high achiever, never been put off by that. Okay. Now, the unique position for candidates, idea, business, and innovation, it's you need someone who truly understands your achievement, right? You must demonstrate a connection between the candidates and the nominator. When I'm saying connection, it doesn't mean that you used to work together. That's one of connection. Or someone is your vendor or service provider, your customers. That's connection. But connection can be you met them in a conference. You met them because they introduced you because of some ideas, It doesn't have to be one or the other. It doesn't have to be sitting together for 10 years. No, you don't have to be that way. You need to show some kind of connection. How actually did you find them? And then why they believe in you, right? You need to provide a very comprehensive and compelling nomination package to really address all requirements. This actually included the following. That's their passport, right? They have to demonstrate they're Australian citizen or permanent resident. If their organization, they have to demonstrate their own company situation, right? Do they have a position to say so, okay? If they're government agency, then you probably don't need to provide that. It's state government, right? You don't need, they have authority to say. The engineer Australia, you don't have to ask them to say. But for individual, they have to probably passport, they need a passport 100%. They need to show their qualification probably. Their work experience, their achievement. That is major part of the nominator. So nominator-wise, lots of candidates say, I hesitate to ask my ex-colleague. I hesitate to ask my employer. I hesitate with nominator. So sometimes you're probably not going to get easily nominated by someone you know, because you just feel not comfortable to ask something, or you don't want someone to know that you're actually applying, right? That's so many reasons why that you don't feel that's comfortable approach someone, or you don't have a nominator. But remember, we are specialized in National Innovation Visa and the Pre-Global Talent Program. So if you have any questions, struggles, comment below. Don't forget to subscribe my channel. And there's a link. We have an assessment form. Simply fill out form and then attach your CV. And then we'll reply you. And then we'll have a call, and I'll tell you exactly your chance of getting the visa, and if we can help you as well. Thank you very much. See you next time. Bye.